17 ba? Okay, sorry. 1 year off. 1 year off. 1 year off.
Ayusin mo. At saka corrections din. Nag-ABS muna ako bago nag-GM.
Bago ng GM, sorry. Okay, 17 years ago. Kung may nakakalala si Tito Jun yun eh. Day 1 ko nandun si Tito Jun.
Anyways, eto. Pero ang galing-galing mo sumagot, Denise. Ang galing-galing mo. Talaga mukhang matitigan ang mga pinagdaanan talaga. The way you answer. Parang parang beauty queen ang mga sagot
I always had it in me. I'm just short.
Pero before ko kayo tanongin, congratulate ko kayo. Mas maganda to congratulate you guys kasi trailer pa lang talagang mukhang may aabangan. Kasi nagustuhan ko yung Parasite Island sa inyo, di ba? Sa group din nila. Pero eto, napakaganda. Parang pelikula nga. Tama si EJ kanina. Parang pang Metro Manila Film Fest. And di ba pag Metro Manila Film Fest, malakas din yung mga horror movie. So, parang feeling ko maraming mag-aabang ng The Haunted. Huwag ka nang magtaas ang kilay, Alan Jones. Okay, kaya mo nang bulahin ko sila. You have to be nice, lalo na pag mag-Christmas. Okay, anyways, syempre, unahin ko si Shaina. Shaina, congrats, kasi parang sunod-sunod ang mga shows mo after mapabalita before na muntik-muntikan ka nang mawala at lumipat sa amor. So, anong pakiramdam na after nang umiti ang langit, eto ka sa The Haunted?
May ganun ba, Shai?
May ganung issue before.
Marami naman talagang nasasabi yung mga tao tungkol sa atin. What's important is we know what's true, and at the end of the day, I'm still here. I'm still nakapamilya. I'm still here in ABS, and I actually have a new show. So, doon pa lang po nagpapasalamat ako na hindi naman nila ako pinapabayaan. Even since I don't know, I want to sabihin, from ilang years ago, bata pa lang po ako. Hindi talaga nawala yung trabaho. And even ako, tinatanong ko rin na parang, marami namang ibang artista dyan, bakit hindi ako nawawala ng trabaho? So I just really want to remain grateful to the network and to the people and to, of course, all the business unit heads kasi hindi po ako natatali sa isang unit lang. I mean, I get to work with different units and malaking factor yun sa akin. And yun, like what I said, hindi ko po in-expect that I'll have a show agad right after nang umiti ang langit. Kasi iba yung nakaplana for me. But this is a very good surprise and I'm very happy with it, and I'm grateful for the show, of course.
So, na-excite ka with horror naman siya. After ng pambata ng morning show, then horror ka.
Actually, ang unang pagkakaalala ko sa time slot na to is really Once Upon a Time. So my first quest, kasi lumaki ako sa Once Upon a Time. I even did Once Upon a Time, the movie, when I was younger. I was 7 years old.
Nag-press kung tayo sa Annabelle's, di ba?
Director ko pa nun si Direk Johnny Manahan. Christopher De Leon was my father. So lumaki po talaga ako dun sa brand na Once Upon a Time. So that was my first question na, Once Upon a Time pang bata yun na, bakit horror? So yun nga po, nag-rebrand din sila. But also, maganda yung time slot na 8 o'clock every Sunday. And for me, may mga pamangkin po kasi ako I have 7 pamangkins. And yung mga bata, sobrang hilig talaga nila sa horror. And it's, for me, parang perfect timing. Kasi it's the holidays, so walang pasok yung mga bata. They will get to bond as a family, as cousins, as friends. And then at the same time, they will enjoy our material dahil horror siya. Tapos at the same time, hindi lang naman siya puro takutan, puro sigawan lang. Meron ding family factor yun. Marami na namang matututunan yung audience natin. So, very, very, very happy.
Saan location? Saan yung bahay?
There's one in New Manila, and then, actually Quezon City pa lang kami.
Is it haunted yung bahay?
I've taped there for years already. The better half. Actually, kapag ka nakakatakot, like flashbacks, yung bahay na yun talaga yung ginagamit.
Wala kayong nararamdaman.
So the better half, di ba? May nakita sila sa camera.
Oh, really?
I don't know, that was this house. Yun yung unang sabi kasi sa akin. Naalala mo, di ba may nakita sila sa camera, may parang lumabas daw sa camera. Pero ako wala akong personal experience. Pero yung camera namin may nahagip daw sa bahay na to.
Pag nandun kayo sa location, wala kayong yung parang kakaibang pakiramdam. Or meron ba kayong ginagawa pag galing ng taping? Kasi di ba, ang dami ng story na gumawa ng horror movie or horror na project. Tapos there's something na nangyayari. Meron sa isang famous actress pa nga na nang gumawa siya ng isang episode sa isang trilogy movie, sinasabi na there's something after that.
I think it's no matter where you go. Me personally, whenever I go anywhere that's new for the first time or anywhere that's not my home, I tend to shield myself in prayer and positivity. And as an actor naman, whenever I take on a role, I make sure when it's the last shot of the day, that is, I detach myself from that character. So I hope and I pray that, you know, there's always things that are unseen and forces that you cannot control. I hope and I pray all the time na wala nang sumusunod. Fingers crossed.
And how about Jake? Lalo na ikaw galing ka rin sa isang
Hindi, yun na nga eh. Parang nanggaling ako sa area na nakakatakot, di ba? Super na, wala kaming naramdaman at all sa location na yun. In fact, tinest ko pa nga yung limits kasi doon ako sa madilim, nag-prepare ganyan with kasama si Jill, and dalawa kami nag-prepare doon, tinatakot namin, sinamang charo, sinabihin na tayo. Pero, hindi, wala. Kasi ako personally, tulad ng kay Denise, ako matibay faith ko, positive ako na tao. Hindi ko masyado nag-iisip ng malalim pagdating sa ganyan na bagay. But sa show namin wala naman. Parang, like I said, parang pagdating namin sa set, tawanan din na kami ng tawanan. Pero
Nasa labas kami, we
magaling
like to
din,
stay outside.
magaling din kasi talaga, I mean, credit to Direct Manny Palo, yung art depth namin,
Yes.
yung nag-iilaw, nagiging ganyan yung itsura. Also sa post. Pero really, pag nakita mo yung bahay, that's not, for me personally, wala naman nakakatakot.
Maaliwalas, di ba? It's like, it's
Maaliwalas,
nice.
pero nung pag tinignan mo na yung monitor, ganun
ganun
pala
pala.
lumabas nun. Parang-
Pero with the kwento of Shaina nga, may nakunan sa camera before.
Yeah, sa The Better Half.
Yeah, sa The Better Half.
Ako nung first day natin, parang wala naman. Diba? Parang wala
Pero
naman.
narinig mo yung kwento about
Doon? Wala nagsa. Ngayon alam ko na. So bukas, sa taping.
Opening ka na bukas.
Dito.
So, magdasal-dasal ka na
okay.
bago ka pumunta ng set bukas.
Ihanda ko sarili ko with prayer and positivity bukas.
Yes, true.
Bago
Shield
bukas
lang.
ng kotse.
Ganun din with mega people, shield yourself.
Anyways, good luck. Kasi sa
Thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Lalo na yung Parasite Island, di ba? Grabe. Pati ako na noon. So, eto papanoorin ko.
Thank
And
you,
June,
June.
siguradong mauho ka sa doon.
Sweet ni June mo.
Correct. Ano pa? Ang susunod na magtatanong ay bukas ang kanyang
I
third
think we're
eye.
down to our last three.
Yes, last week. Ang may third eye na si Alan, isang call out stars pa daw.
Seryoso?
Yes.
May third eye ka lang?
Fourth eye po.
Iba naman yun.
Ay po, congratulations. Alam mo lang, because this is horror, may mga times ba in your life na meron kayong kinatatakutang mangyari in your life na ayaw nyo mangyari?
Parang marami. Pag hindi ka pa secured siguro sa sarili mo, even yung fear of dying, di ba? Like, maraming napag-uusapan pagdating sa ganun, or fear of disappointing other people. Di ba, gaano kalawang ba? Di ba? How deep do you wanna go? Maraming mga ganun, but I think more than anything, mas lalo na sa panahon ngayon, overthinking kills. So, kumbaga, in-anticipate mo na yung mga masasamang mangyayari, pero wala naman pala because you know you're overthinking.
I do that sometimes. Oh my
We're
God.
all guilty.
I think
we do
actors
it.
are overthinkers
Diba?
because we dissect everything.
We overanalyze life so much. Tapos at the end of the day, parang, sarili ko lang pala yun. Sarili ko lang pala, tinakot ko lang yung sarili ko. So, you know, you just wanna parang not think too much, trust the process, enjoy it, and just continue having faith. I guess, ganun po for me. I don't know sa kanila if ganun po.
Same. Same.
Go ahead.
Go.
I think for me, I think before my son came along, I lived a pretty fearless life. I was never afraid to die. I was never attached to material things. I really just loved loving people. People would talk about me all the time and get me wrong based on how I look. Kasi yung kontrabida kong face, iba naman sa puso ko. But I would just go on living life and with knowing that whoever I am, however God made me, the truth will always come out. But I think being never afraid to die then changes when you have a child. Right after childbirth, the next day, I almost died. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't want to die without getting to know my son and making sure he has a wonderful life prepared for him. And then a couple of years ago when I had my cancer scare, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything prepared for my son's future and I can't, leave him. It's me and him forever. So, I think if there's one thing that I'm afraid of now that I wasn't afraid of before, would be leaving this life without my son set up for the future.
Ang taon na rin yung anak mo?
He's 8 at magka-height na kami. Yes, he's a big boy but still a baby at heart. So naawa ko sa kanya kasi people see him, they think he's a teenager. Pero he's still a little boy in his heart. So yeah, he's 8, size 8 ang paa. So gastos.
Jake?
Ako same, right? Parang kay Denise ako I would say parang ako yung tipo na very fearless. Like wala akong masyado maraming kinakatakutan. But I think pag ngayon na tumatanda na tayo, getting more mature, parang if you have fear for anything, it's for your loved ones. Diba? Parang I'm always, ngayon pag lumilipad, umalis magulang ko, or pag marami ng bata rin sa bahay, yung mga anak ng kapatid ko, obviously parang ayaw mo sila masaktan. But for me, generally, for myself, I'm quite fearless. Pero ngayon, tama rin sinabi ni Shaina in a way na parang you can't overthink things naman. Hindi naman pwedeng i-baby mo sila ng sobra. You have to let them, you have to let them figure things out on their own. Pero, tama. Parang, I guess, being older now, more mature, parang if I had any fear, it's fear for my loved ones, my family, people I really care about. Yeah.
My last question, we're just curious kung, kasi parang sa tinagal yung magkakatrabaho before, yung mga hindi pa ganun ka-mature yung love and yung attraction sa iba. Si Jake ba, may times na na-attract kay Shaina? Parang hindi kayo na-link di ba? May ganun ba na factor that you wanna court her nung time na magkasama kayo? Para alam lang namin yung mga nakaraan niyo.
Maganda talaga si Shaina, okay? Sabihin ko na. Pero, yung ano rin naman, yung interesting daw sa pinagsamahan namin, nakita rin namin, or nandun kami para sa isa't isa nung mga panahon na we were, na may sarili kaming love life. Diba? Nakita nila Shaina ako ng super down. Nakita niya ako ng sobrang taas. Same thing with her. Kumbaga, as a leading man or as a person who's worked with her for so long that time, inalalayan ko din siya those times at inalalayan din niya ako. So parang more than a physical attraction or romance, parang there's genuine love there for the person na, alam mo yun, yung andun yung genuine love na hindi ko masabi na may mali siya that time. And hanggang ngayon nandun pa rin yun. Same with Denise.
Katuwa naman si Jake.
Same with Denise. Same rin naman.
Oh my God.
Maraming beses
We've
na naman,
been through
marami na
some.
tayo pinagdaanan. Diba? Marami. Ayaw ko na lang detalye pero marami na tayo pinagdaanan. Pero yung sa amin ni Shaina in particular at that time, diba? Parang we've seen each other in relationships up and down. At nandun kami para sa isa't isa ng mga panahon na yun. Kaya nga parang 7 years later, parang wala talaga. Wala.
Naramdaman ba yung Shaina that time?
Oo naman po, opo. Like what he said, it's more of a brotherly, sisterly love and appreciation more than anything. And in fairness to Cuenca, every time talaga, after kain, every time we see each other, kasi nakikita pa rin naman po kami sa ASAP, sa Christmas special, here inside ABS, and he'd always tell me na, trabaho naman tayo, and hindi to yung sasabihin lang niya na para lang, chika lang, showbiz chika, galang. Hindi talaga, like he really means it. And gusto niya talaga ako makatrabaho. And sabi ko sa kanya, yes, I also want to work with you, given the right material. So 7 years later, this, I guess, is the perfect material. So, yun, tama lahat yung sinabi niya. And then, of course, I'm grateful to have good friends in the business. Oo, kaya nga nagpapasalamat ako na binibigyan ako ng maayos, desente, masarap ka trabaho ng mga tao. Importante yun para magawa mo rin yung trabaho mo ng mabuti. Because you don't wanna go to work ng dreading it every single day, diba? Nahirap na yung trabaho namin, puyat kami. We're together, 18 hours a day, thrice a week. So, importante na masarap ka trabaho yung mga kasama ko. So, yun.
That's kay Denise.
Thank you.
Naramdaman mo rin ba yung ganun kay Jake before?
Kay Shaina. No,
Love team ni
Parang nakakamiss
sa
ako
better
eh.
half.
Sa dami ng shows namin together. I think, it's crazy how everything that I've heard from Shaina and for Jake is talking about sibling love. And, that's really how we feel about each other. Shaina, we both have the same problems with our health, and we're always trying to compare notes on how we can do better for ourselves and our body and peace of mind and a positive outlook in life. And with Cuenca, he's pretty much my brother from another mother. I mean, he's the type of person that even if we don't see each other every day, at important milestones in our lives, we're there for each other. When poo-poo hits the fan, we are there for each other. We have been through, I've seen him transform from many different phases, many different relationships in his life. I have held his vomit in my hands at one point. TMI. But that's how we love each other, I swear, if anything happens to any of these two without batting an eyelash, I would be there.
Thank you. Congratulations.